Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party and we're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can.
Brothers and sisters, did you hear that? Did you hear how she said what she said with a big old smile on her face? And I don't know why all people, including us, we feel like, I don't know why people feel like they could just get on here and say anything and not be held accountable for the things that you say, as well as the things that you do. So in response to what she said that has gone viral around all social media platforms, we have an organization called the American Freedmen Legal Fund. I have spoken about this organization several times and the good work that they are putting in every day. This is not the only instance where they have came to the defense of us. There have been several other instances that I have mentioned in previous videos. But in this case, when this rhetoric was spread, the American Freedmen Legal Fund took immediate action. What they did, let's just take a look. What they did was they went to her said employer. She has it somewhere written in one of her bios of where she is employed. So the American Freedmen Legal Fund went to the streets of her employer and wrote this letter titling it Urgent Concern Regarding Public Violent Threat Statement by Employee. This was written on February 11th at 7:23 p.m. They wrote the administration, and you could pause and actually read this, but it is very well written, and it illustrates what was said by this lady, and also the language of hatred that she conspired against us. So this was sent to her said employer. Now, with that being said, there was a response from her said employer. The communication going out to her employer by the American Freedmen Legal Fund. Her employer, which looks to be Strayer University, came back with a response. And it says, we're aware of someone claiming to be a Strayer employee who posted threats in an online video. This individual is not currently employed by the university. Safety is our top priority, and we're cooperating with local authorities to ensure the safety of our students, faculty, and staff. So they're saying that she's not currently employed, not saying that she has never been employed. So this is a copy of the original letter that was sent to her said employer, which was Strayer, and the response that we're not playing those type of games. I applaud the American Freedmen to the fullest. Also, this report was not also filed with her employer. The American Freedmen Legal Fund also sent it to the federal authorities. So Strayer or her said previous employer, they contacted the local authorities, but the American Freedmen Legal Fund, they actually filed a report with the federal, because this is a federal crime. This is hate speech. This is hate speech towards a specific group of people, which is a federal offense. Now, with that being said, she has also came out with saying that she doesn't care. She doesn't care that the same system that we're going and telling on her to is the same system that have oppressed her.
Really? I don't care. Because they're going to turn around and look at you. The way y'all are moving like a terrorist group. Y'all are conspiring on Twitter. Oh my God, y'all are dumb. Trying to use the same government that hates you against me.
So it doesn't matter. Those rights that we fought for, we're going to exercise those rights that our forefathers and our ancestors fought for us to have. And we're going to use it to the fullest extent of the law. Then after she posted that video, I believe that the heat got turned up. I don't have any confirmation of that, but the way that she came and gave her somewhat apology and tried to do what we call splaining, trying to explain why she said what she did, and she really tried to clarify.
Genuinely, what I was speaking out against was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title, even though it is a lineage, it is a title. If you identify with it, more often than not, you have heard or used xenophobic rhetoric. I use xenophobic rhetoric out of anger. They just use xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day in Queens. So I completely understand where the anger could have come from, especially when they're chopping and screwing bits and pieces to make me look divisive as fuck, when in reality, I really do love my people. I love my people so bad, and I want us to win so bad. But the thing is, there is no us with them. They other themselves, not all of them, but the ones who prioritize xenophobia in their lexicon of whatever the fuck they identify as. They decide that they are going to use xenophobia as the permission slip to completely dehumanize people. And when people do it back, y'all get out of the pocket. Y'all go out of worlds and start blowing up people's views and screen recording and sharing because you're cowards. You're fucking cowards. What I was saying in that video, in poor taste, was a criticism of the xenophobia in which y'all motherfuckers strapped to y'all chest like the bomb I said I would use. Hyperbolically. But because a lot of you are not educated and don't know the use of hyperbole, don't know the use of metaphor, don't know the use of simile, we have a problem. And I don't want to talk down on you, because at the end of the day, it's not all Black Americans. It's specifically the ones who prioritize xenophobia. This before though, like, I was apologetic because that's not what I meant, and I hated the fact that I hurt people and I misunderstood them and they misunderstood me. And I learned a lot about FBAs. The actual foundational Black Americans are prioritizing lineage over title, over any, because they want to be able to be authentic to themselves. Quite a few Black people, I did not know this, have completely breeded out the African from their families. So it's like, the phenotype of Blackness still exists, but it isn't gonna look the way you think it's gonna look. So I just am really disgusted and sad about the way all of this went down. And honestly, somebody who I even grew up with, he's a little bit older than me, posted on Twitter saying, oh, I know her mom and they live in Virginia and da-da-da-da.
My, family, did you hear that? Did you see how the tone changed? Now, we've watched 2 previous videos from this one, and it was almost rah, 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 ha, 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 he, and all of that. But it seemed like with this last somewhat of an apology statement, she came meek and humble. That's because pressure busts pipes all along. And she FAFO, and now the reality is setting in. And this wasn't an apology per se, in my opinion. It wasn't an apology because she still found a way to denigrate us with this so-called apology by saying, oh, well, you all aren't educated. You don't know that, the hyperboles and all of these terms. No, it doesn't matter if we took it seriously or not. That was your intent in your heart. And it came out, and we stood on business and said, no, not in the nation that we built. No, you will not get an attitude because for years you and your family have been able to come comfortably and build something in a nation that we built, and then you turn around and disrespect us because we are delineating. This is not a hate group, and I cannot prove this, but I am pretty certain that it was a lot of them plus some people from the far extreme left who's pushing this unity, this fake unity, in order to get more of a voter block in the future. So we do have some within our own lineage that are working against us in order to empower themselves even higher. But this particular young lady is witnessing and going through what it means to disrespect us. And this needs to be known on a national level. This actually needs to be known on a global level. If you come over here spewing hate speech towards us, these are the consequences that you will face. Not that you may face, but that you will face. Because we are the generation. We are intolerable to all the BS. We're not dealing with that. But with that being said, I hate it for her. But hopefully she will go through this, and other newly arrivals or people who have been here for a while, riding off the benefits of us, now they will know better. You better say that stuff in your own little tight-knit communities, because if it gets out, we're stumping the yard using any means necessary. And what I mean by that is that this is our country. We help change laws, and we will use the laws that our forefathers and foreparents fought for, and we will use those same laws to the fullest extent of the law and make sure that we stay protected. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Family, also remember that each Friday we are doing a prayer session. You can do it anywhere. You can be in the supermarket. You can be in your car. You can be with your friends. You can be on your way getting ready to go out. Just stop and say a little prayer for us as a community, for us as a lineage, because we have so many people that live abroad and we're scattered throughout the United States that it is virtually impossible for us to come together as one. But we can connect on a spiritual level, and we can connect all of our positive energy, all of our prayers, chants, whatever it is that you do. We can connect that and send it to a higher power. And that's what we can do together. So, I love you. Stay blessed, stay vigilant, and I'll see you in the next video.